You're about to uncover one of the rarest secrets in the world of attraction. Something that most men will go their entire lives without ever realizing. By the time you reach the end of this video, you won't just know how to talk to women. You'll understand how to get inside their minds, how to make conversations flow effortlessly, and how to leave a lasting impression that makes her eagerly wait for your next text, your next call, your next meeting. Picture this for a second. This is you, and this is the girl you're about to approach. What should you say? What should you talk about? And more importantly, how do you make her feel drawn to you without even trying? Here's where most men mess up right from the start. When they begin talking to a woman, they overthink, stressing about what to say, how to say it, and whether it sounds right. But before we get into the techniques and details, there's something far more important you must understand first, something internal. You need to shift your perspective. You need to change your mindset. When you're speaking to a woman, remember this truth. She's just another human being. Nothing more. Don't put her on a pedestal simply because she's attractive. I know that might sound like something you've heard before, but until you internalize it deeply, nothing else will work. From now on, whenever you find yourself in front of a beautiful woman, I want you to remember my words and tell yourself, she's just human, just like me. Now, the second thing you must internalize is this: you have to see yourself as being in the higher position. While she might be beautiful, you bring the value. Don't worry, I'll explain exactly how to do this later. For now, just let it sink in. Here's the truth. When you talk to a woman, her subconscious mind, the ancient instinct that governs attraction and selection, starts evaluating you. It's silently scanning, judging, and determining if you're the kind of man who fits her on a primal level. If you've watched my other videos on attraction, you already know that women are emotional creatures. They're drawn not to what they see or hear, but to what they feel. But today, we're going to go deeper. Let's break down what attraction really is, and why it's the single most important concept you must understand if you ever want to succeed with women. Without understanding attraction, you will never succeed in dating. There are no exceptions. Unlike men, women act from emotion, not logic. They see something, they feel something, and then they respond to that feeling even when it doesn't make sense. Because their emotional system drives their behavior, they can't consciously control who they're attracted to or who they aren't. Attraction happens deep below the surface. It's not a decision, it's a reaction. And here's what that means for you. If you know how to trigger that emotional reaction, that subconscious spark, you can instantly change the way she sees you. Imagine her subconscious mind like a radar. When you begin talking to her, this radar lights up, scanning every detail about your behavior, your tone, your confidence, trying to decide if you're the right man or not. And here's the wild part. This radar operates completely separate from her conscious mind. So even if her logical brain says, "No, don't fall for him," if that radar locks onto you, she won't be able to resist. That's why so many women keep falling for the same type of guy, even if he mistreats them, cheats, or walks away. Her logical mind screams, "Don't do it again." But her emotional radar doesn't care. It's running on ancient programming that logic can't override. Now, before we move on, you need to understand this biological truth. Every woman, from the moment she's born, carries a built-in instinct to find the right man for her. This isn't social conditioning, it's nature. A woman could be a scientist, a CEO, or even an astronaut at NASA. But beneath all that, her emotional radar is still searching for that one man who feels right. And here's the catch. She doesn't choose him consciously. Her radar detects him, feels drawn, and decides before she even understands why. So from now on, every time you talk to a woman, remember her radar is scanning you. It's reading your tone, your confidence, your body language, and your sense of self. It's asking one silent question. Is he better than me? Or am I better than him? If your behavior, your energy, tells her that you see yourself as higher in value, the radar locks onto you. And that's when she starts to chase. Now I know that might sound complicated, but stay with me. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand exactly how to make any woman think about you all day long after your first conversation. without even realizing why. So how do you make her radar recognize your value? Let's start with something most people overlook: body language. If you've searched online, you've probably heard a million mixed tips. Keep your head up, don't cross your arms, don't put your hands in your pockets, sit straight. All that robotic nonsense. Forget all of it. Let's simplify this. There are 3 key things you must understand about body language if you want to project high value. First, never lean toward her while speaking. When you lean in, you're unconsciously signaling neediness, telling her you're too invested. Instead, lean slightly away. This subtle shift instantly flips the power dynamic and makes you appear more confident. Second, learn to walk away. When she says something you don't approve of, don't react defensively. Simply smile and say something like, "You know what? I get it. I'm probably too much for you anyway. You seem like the nice, simple type." Then take a small step as if you're about to leave. You'll be amazed, more often than not, she'll instinctively stop you, lean in, or try to re-engage. Why? Because attractive women are rarely walked away from. They're used to being chased. When you break that pattern, you immediately stand out. And third, the most important, always remember who you are when you sit or stand next to anyone. Imagine you're next to someone of incredibly high status, a person everyone respects. Would you fidget nervously or try to impress them? Or would you stay calm, grounded, and self-assured because deep down you know you belong there? That's exactly how you should carry yourself around women. Because when your energy radiates calm confidence instead of desperate interest, her radar will sense it immediately. And from that moment on, attraction won't be something you chase. It'll be something you command. Now imagine this for a moment. How would you sit if you were suddenly placed next to someone of high status, someone you deeply respect or maybe even fear a little? Chances are you wouldn't exactly feel relaxed. You'd probably sit up straight, maybe even a little too straight. You'd be focused on appearing polite, careful not to make the wrong move. You might laugh awkwardly, nod too much, or try to please them with every small gesture. But now, picture something different. Imagine sitting next to your best friend, the one you've known for years, or maybe your brother, someone you're completely comfortable around. How would you sit then? You probably wouldn't care at all. You might stretch your legs out, lean back in your chair, or even slouch a little. You wouldn't be calculating every move, every gesture. You'd just be. That right there is the key difference between high and low value behavior. When 2 people sit and talk, the one who appears more comfortable, the one who doesn't care about impressing the other, automatically comes across as the higher value individual. And that's the mindset I want you to adopt every single time you talk to a girl. The very first thing you need to do is sit in a way that feels right to you. Be at ease. Let go of the idea that you need to appear a certain way to win her approval. If you want to lean back, do it. If you want to cross your legs, go ahead. If you want to put your hands in your pockets, that's fine too. The point isn't what your body is doing, it's how you feel while doing it. Because here's the truth. She's not analyzing your exact posture or how your hand moves. She's feeling your energy, and your energy will always mirror your level of comfort. So make this a rule not only when dealing with women but in life in general. Stop obsessing over body language as a tool to impress. Your goal isn't to perform. It's to exist comfortably in your own skin. The moment you start thinking, what pose should I strike? What gesture should I do? You've already given away your power. Learn to make peace with yourself. Sit how you like. Move how you want. Speak when you feel like it. When you radiate that kind of relaxed confidence, a woman will automatically sense that you see yourself as higher value. Not because you told her, but because she felt it. Alright, now that we've covered body language, let's move on to the next big part: conversation. How do you actually communicate with her in a way that feels effortless, balanced, and naturally attractive? Let me give you a simple formula that you can apply in every interaction. 50% of the conversation should be about her, her world, her personality, her experiences. 30% should be about your surroundings or random topics. And only 20% should be about you. Now, why should half of the conversation be about her and only a small fraction about you? Because in any human interaction, the person who talks more about themselves is subconsciously seeking validation. Think about a job interview. The one being interviewed does most of the talking, right? They explain their skills, their experiences, their achievements because they need the job. The interviewer doesn't. The same thing applies when you're talking to a woman. If you're constantly talking about yourself, you're silently signaling that you need her approval. So talk about her. Make her the main subject. When you talk to her, focus on her world. Ask her about what she likes and what she dislikes. Ask how her childhood shaped her, what her dreams are, how she pictures her future, what she does when no one's watching, in those quiet moments of her life. Talk about what she considers her strengths and what she secretly struggles with. You get the idea. The more she talks about herself, the deeper she'll feel connected to you. Now, the next 30% of the conversation should be light and spontaneous, about your environment or random topics that pop into your head. Here's a crucial piece of advice. Stop trying to sound smart or impressive. Just say whatever comes naturally. Imagine you're sitting with your best friend, the kind of friend you can say anything to without judgment. That's how your flow should feel. It's perfectly fine to say something funny, random, even a bit silly. In fact, the less filtered your words, the more relaxed and real you'll seem. Don't try to stay serious or philosophical the whole time. That kills the spark. Think of it like you're having a carefree, slightly tipsy conversation where the goal isn't to impress, but to enjoy the moment. During that 30%, just relax and say whatever comes to mind. If she disagrees with you or tries to challenge your opinion, don't argue to prove your point. You don't need her validation. You're not here to win debates. Smile, keep your cool, and move on. And finally, the last 20% of the conversation is about you. But here's where most guys go wrong. They use this part to brag, to showcase their best moments and achievements. Don't do that. When you talk about yourself, add a touch of humor. Make fun of yourself a little. Tell a story that makes you seem human, not perfect. Why? Because that shows you don't need her admiration. You already have self-confidence. And one more thing, be mysterious. Now, being mysterious doesn't mean acting fake or pretending to be someone you're not. It simply means keeping some things to yourself. Don't reveal every detail of your life right away. The more she has to wonder about you, the more intrigued she'll become. For example, if she asks, "Where do you work?" Don't answer with, "I work at ABC firm 9 to 5. That's predictable. Instead, say something playful like, "Whoa, slow down there, speedy kitten. We just met and you're already interviewing me?" See the difference? You've kept the mystery alive and made her smile. Here are a few more examples. Her, "What are you doing Saturday night?" You, "Something exciting, but top secret. I can't tell you just yet." Her, "Have you ever been in a relationship?" You and I don't know each other that well yet. I don't usually discuss classified files with strangers." Her, "What's your name?" You, "Guess it. If you get it right, you win a candy." You see? That aura of mystery is what keeps her radar locked on you. It's what draws her attention without her even realizing why. But even with all this insight, the body language, the charm, the sense of mystery, there's still one final challenge almost every man faces. It's something every woman does instinctively. She tests you. When she talks to you, her subconscious is constantly observing, testing your confidence, your reactions, and whether your calm composure is real or just an act. And that's where most men lose their balance. One small test, one sudden shift, and they panic, breaking the frame they worked so hard to create. That's why mastering these moments is so important. Because one wrong move can undo all the attraction you've built. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Epic Persona for more insights that elevate the way you think, act, and connect.